What's up, everyone? And it's your boy Phil Shocker, the 96 Hedgehog here, and I am not gonna front with you guys. I already recorded this team builder for Sunset Week 1, going against Revan and his Green Bay Glades, his new team name that he debuted. It's a pretty sick looking logo as well. But I actually already recorded this team builder, but Revan, for whatever reason, right around the time that we were all getting ready to do our battles and stuff, around the time there, made his full 5 transactions. He basically redid the 2 transactions he did, and then went and changed it completely. So yeah, I'm a little upset because I had already built for Revans Team, and I think I was really confident with that team. But I won't lie, I'm feeling a little bit more strongly and more confident with this team as well, especially for what we have to go up against this week. So we're gonna just kind of run down his team again, kind of go over if there's some sets that I changed. I will go into depth, and if some sets I decided to keep, I'll just let you guys know that they were the sets I just kept. But yeah, but we're going to ask Revan, like I said. If you guys are, if I don't know if I've said it around, but if you guys are excited, but like, you haven't already, subscribe if you're new, join the Fish Shocker crew today, because you'll be feeling with the king of the crew. So let's break down this matchup. Revan's team. He originally did not have Gengar and who else did he drop? I think he dropped. I think he had Kabaraja on that team, and then he dropped it for Bisharp and I don't remember what he dropped for. But now he redropped about half of his team, close to half of his team, and picked up the full 12 mons. In my opinion, I don't know if he should have been allowed to have 12 mons, but it is what it is. You can't change it. But breaking down Revan's new and his only team, he's got Tornadus team, Mega Medicham, Gastrodon, Bisharp, Gengar, Druddigon, Rabombi, Audino, Colossal, Cryogonal, Luxray, and Thwackey. Looking at his team, I really don't think Thwackey comes at all. Thwackey's really kind of just set up order for majority of my team. I don't really think Luxray comes, and if Luxray is to potentially come, it's more of a kind of utility set. Excuse me. That more so it's just going to be there for Intimidate. Cryogonal's not too terrible versus my team. It could be something that we maybe could have to be on the lookout for, but I got some good stuff that covers it. I think Colossal has a decent good amount of chance as well to potentially come. Colossal is actually relatively good against me. Oddno is really annoying with Thunder Wave, Toxic, Wish, Persuade, but I do expect maybe like a Thunder Wave or Toxic set with Wish and Protect instead of, and then having maybe one move to support it or having dual status, something like that. Who knows? And then last but not least, Rabombi, which he put on his team as well. Rabombi is definitely something I would have to be on the very much lookout for because Rabombi is relatively good against my team. I do have a couple things that shut Rabombi down, but it's definitely something that to kind of keep in mind and keep in the fact there. Excuse me for my yawn, guys. I'm a bit tired today. So let's look at Revan's main 6. I definitely think Tornadus T is very annoying versus my team. I think something like Air Slash Hurricane, Heat Wave, potentially Defog, maybe Heavy Duty Boots in that type of situation. I can also see maybe something like Grass Knot for Rhydon. Just something in overall he thinks he needs to kind of like just change it up in that type of situation. I think Mega Medicham is really strong versus my team. Mega Medicham hits a lot of things on my team. I do have a few things that kind of stop Mega Medicham, but overall, there's a lot of things that Mega Medicham can't do to me. Gastrodon definitely comes. Gastrodon being probably most likely a physically defensive or mix defensive, but leading a little more physically than specially, but you never know. I definitely think Bisharp comes. Bisharp comes with the fact that there's things like Spectre, which he needs to have a resistance for. In that type of situation, and sorry for my yawning, guys. I just cannot stop yawning. But overall, Bisharp can be quite annoying versus my team as well with Sucker Punch. I think Gengar comes. Gengar most likely being Choice Scarfed. Definitely something I have to keep in the mind right there. I won't outspeed Gengar with certain things, and actually I need to relook at certain sets on my Pokemon that I probably should have double checked on, but I just copy and paste from a few sets back, or most likely just one. So definitely something I have to redo. So I'll definitely do it off screen. But we'll just go over the original plan of it though. But and then Druddigon. I think Druddigon comes. Druddigon's really good, annoying wall. It just gives him a stealth rocker. Besides Rabombi and Colossal, He doesn't have really any other way to kind of make or set up hazards, so definitely something to keep in mind right there. Sorry there, guys. I can't stop yawning. I guess that's what the morning does to you, I'm guessing. But yeah, definitely I expect this team. Again, I could potentially see the Audino coming. I could potentially see Rabombi coming, and there's a slight chance that we could see Colossal and or the Cryogonal coming as well. So let's go ahead and break down the team that we have for you guys this week. The one set that I do need to change up from the EV spread, is going to be my Celesteela, which I need to fix, but I'll fix that in a second. We have Tilted Towers, though, the Celesteela with Autonomized Meteor Beam, Air Slash, and Flash Cannon. I think Celesteela really offensively just really goes in on his team, and I definitely think it's going to be something that can pretty much just do a ton of work against him and honestly can pressure him very heavily and highly, which is something to really kind of just keep a know about that as well. Just overall, it's going to be really strong versus his entire team, especially once we get the +1 boost. I do need to fix the boosts that we're going to potentially have to get, but you never know, right? But giving it next, and now this was originally was Dragon. It's obviously Big Dragon Energy, aka Give Me Energy, my Regidrago. But what I decided to do in this case was something different. This time around, I went from because this was originally a left was like a kind of a screen setter Regidrago set, and then what I ultimately decided to do after his changes, I decided to make this now a offensive Regidrago set. So now with Regidrago, I brought Dragon Fire Fang, Dragon Pulse, and Dragon Energy, basically with the Dragon Fang at +1 with the percentage, unless he's not stashed or he has any potential like HP investment or whatever in his Rabombi. At +1, Dragon Fang does have a chance to Oko or knock out the Rabombi. So basically, if I get even a small bit of chip and stuff like that, I can destroy that Pokemon and basically be able to go against his team. Once I get a +1, I am faster than everything on his team that is not Choice Scarf. So that's very something to keep in mind right there. I do have Dragon Pulse and Dragon Energy because Dragon Energy is based off of my HP, and when having Dragon Pulse is a safe reassurance move to have in case a majority of his team does not handle my mons. Overall, I think Big Dragon Energy here is going to do a lot of work. We are running the 124 attack investment, which gives us that chance to go for the KO from there. But also, pretty much, this thing is just going to be running house. We are running the Hasty Nature, which is very, 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 very risky to do instead of having the opportunity to kind of do what we want to do. So, definitely something to keep in mind and keep note of that. Up next, we have changed up at least one mon of the team. So, originally, this team was Celesteela, Regidrago, Gramble, Thundurus, Crusader, and Sableye, where Regidrago, Gramble, and dang it, I gotta call it by its real name. Sableye were all gonna be kind of somewhat support pieces of such to Blastoise to my ugh, can't stop yawning. My Celesteela, my Thundurus, and my Mygelade. But now I changed that out, and now we're getting rid of Gramble, and now we have our Thundurus. Now our Blastoise instead. Because now Blastoise looks super strong in this matchup. I do expect him to really want to bring Storm Drain versus my team. Versus Sticky Hold and stuff like that. Because he knows if Blastoise comes. Because offensive Blastoise does a lot to his team. So basically, a Blastoise gives him the Water Absorb. That's basically going to give him the advantage with getting the +1 special attacks. So what I decided to do is I went with Shell Smash, Serve, Ice Beam, and Toxic. Toxic's really there just to spread Toxics around, but it also kind of helps whittle down Gastrodon to where if Gastrodon even tries to Toxic me, even after I Shell Smash or before I Shell Smash, I basically will always beat it 1v1. And I can freely spam Ice moves against the majority of his team. And against Surf, it's going to guarantee KO a lot of things. Timid, it does knock out. We are faster than Choice Scarf Gengar. So once I Shell Smash, I am faster than every single thing on his team, guaranteed, which is really, really good. The 64 was just the random HP spread we put in there where we're mono special attack and the 192 speed. This also lets me guarantee outspeed Bisharp, which is also really good as well. So that's really, really nice. Up next, we have ACDC here. My Thunder's Therian. We're running Agility 3 attacks, Life Orb. Originally, this was just Nasty Plot 3 attacks, Yachi, but I changed it up this time because of the fact that, again, his main mon that I was really scared and worried about was Kirim, but since he dropped Kirim, I went and wanted to kind of change that up this time around. So, I am going to go with a more offensive route with Thunderous and running Agility 3 attacks. Focus Blast into Thunderbolt does knock out any form of Dredagon unless he is Assault Vest. But basically, after an Agility, I pretty much knock out everything with or 2 KO everything. The only thing that is going to potentially live with Thunderbolt will be the Mega Medicham with any potential investment he has. But once Mega Jam takes some chips, Thunderbolt basically destroys that thing. Grass Knot for Gastrodon. I highly doubt he's going to be running Rindo Berry on his Gastrodon. I really don't see it coming, but you never know what could happen, you know? But with these 3 attacks, I basically hit everything that's team for super effective to neutral damage, which is going to be really, really important. We're only 104 with the odd number in HP because of Life Orb damage, 16 defense, 36 def, and 100 speed. 100 speed does let me make sure I'm faster than Bisharp, which is really good, and then run the rest in special attack to hit as hard as we can, because I really think Thunderous can put in a lot of work. I did like the Regidrago set I had originally, because they would have really supported this set, but looking at how Regidrago can just pair offensively against Revans Team, I had to take the route and now really go for the offensive route. Up next, we're running Crusader Mygelade, who I believe pretty much just kept the exact same set. We're running Dual Stab with Swords Ends and Shadow Sneak, 80 HP, max attack, and enough speed to outspeed the Mega Medicham. We are faster than everything except for the Gengar and the Tornadus T. Basically, if Tornadus T is forced to run Timid against me, if it runs Modest, it can't run any bulk, so it's forced to run Timid. That way, it can actually go and get some bulk. I can live one hit with this with the HP investment. And if I miss my Zen Headbutt, I'm going to be a very unhappy camper because if I miss my Zen Headbutt, it most likely lives. But the best thing about this is if I live the Hurricane, I go for the Zen Headbutt, I can go for Shadow Sneak, knock it out. And the best thing about having Shadow Sneak in this type of situation is that even if he's Choice Scarf Gengar, Gengar can't do anything to me because Shadow Sneak will basically bop Gengar with my base 165 special attack set, unless for some reason he is rushing that Cassette Berry, and which would not be that kind of bad tech to have against me, but it would be something that he has to be very much careful and very mindful about that as well. Because we do technically can speed tie with Gengar. I'm not going to go ahead and speed tie with Gengar because I want Revan to be forced to run max speed against me unless he wants to really figure out a specific speed correct, which would be really interesting of him to do against Mygelade, but I highly doubt he's going to do that. And last but not least, we're bringing Asmarella. We are changing up Asmarella's set a little bit here, where we're going to run a max HP. I think the investment was about the same, but max HP, 100 defense, and 156 def with the careful nature to be a little more specially defensive. We are running Will-O-Wisp, Toxic, Brick Break, and Shadow Sneak. Shadow Sneak is really just there for chipping down a good majority of his team. But Toxicking and Will-O-Wisping is primarily the main thing this thing is going to be doing against his entirety of his team, which is going to be really, really good and really, really great for my team as well. The reason I have Brick Break on there is because obviously Bisharp can't be able to um, be Will-O-Wisp because of Prankster. However, and actually it's a good thing I just made sure to put that there, because a Prankster does not work on Dark type. So I have Brick Break on there because if it just takes a little bit of a chip that I really need, Brick Break will knock that out, and I can go for a Shadow Sneak for priority wise, knock it out, and then basically not have to worry about that. So yeah, that's gonna be the team, guys. For reasons I didn't bring Spectreer, with having just really annoying defensive walls like Auto-No, and then having something like Bisharp, which has really good priority with Sucker Punch, really didn't feel comfortable with that. I think it's overall going to be really good. I think Revan's really going to prepare for it. And if he really does, he's going to really mess up because that's just going to give me the advantage going forward into the game. So hopefully we pick up a week 1 win. Hopefully we'll be able to use his own mascot to beat him, which will be really funny. But that's going to be it for me, guys. If you like, you haven't already, subscribe if you're new. Join the Phil Shocker crew today because you'll be familiar with the game of the crew. But until next time, guys, I'm Phil Shocker. Nice to see you. I'll see you guys later. Peace.